So, unfortunately, people in my generation, we wanted it better for the next generation. So we were happy for things like the transfer portal. Unfortunately, with this generation, they don't understand we want better doesn't mean take advantage of every little thing or abuse something. See, there was a time when we had a lot of freedoms in America and there was laws passed because people got out of control with it. YouTube can be used for people who are talented that won't get the jobs with ESPN, that may not have got the record deal because they didn't know the right people. For being a handyman and showing people how to work on cars and art and anything you can think of, politics, whatever. Certain things are made so things can be better for athletes, not so athletes can abuse it. And I'm going to give you this example right here. I want everybody to listen to this real quick. It says, Cameron Kelly re-enters transfer portal 3 months with the team. He first left North Carolina, went to Virginia. Now this Virginia, he's back in the transfer portal. And it was noted that he was taking first team reps with the team that he was with this spring. And to me, it's like, are some of these kids in the transfer portal because they want an opportunity or do they want their ass kissed? Like, which one is it? See, like when I was younger, you would have to transfer and you'd have to sit out a year. And hopefully you catch up that year in academics and you get a full year eligibility back. These kids now, it's so loose and so easy for them to leave that it's like I don't get my way or I get mad one day or the coach yell at me one day and I'm in the transfer portal. And unfortunately, what's going to end up happening is the NCAA is going to have to limit this. They're going to have to limit, you got 4 or 5 transfers in your career. So basically, you got enough transfers to go 1 year each year. And it hurts me because some of these kids will never know what it's like to be like what the Ohio State QB was. I can't think of his name. Troy something. It's like 06. Put in the comment section if you can think of his name. Or somebody like Tim Tebow, who was at Florida his whole career. Or, you know, Peyton Manning at Tennessee. Like, some of these people will never know what it's like to be a legend in their university or at their university. Like Bryce Young, he's going to have that feeling because he was there all the years. Then he left. Sam Ehlinger at Texas recently. There's a couple other guys who stayed. What's his name? Muhammad Ibrahim at Minnesota. There's a couple other guys recently that have stayed mostly or all their careers at the same university. And 20, 30 years when they go back, like how Bo Jackson and Charles Barkley go back to Auburn, they're going to have a statue. It's going to be something named after the arena. But these kids, they don't understand their selfishness is going to take away from them in the long run. Back to the commitment thing. They got to limit it because it's like, hey, man, you got to make a commitment. Football is the ultimate team sport. And now, instead of getting a second chance, because to me, when I first started transfer portal, I'm like, oh, sweet. Now, if they don't get along with this coach or if this coach plays favorites, he don't just get to have that great 4-star recruit as a backup. That kid can transfer and go somewhere where he can get some playing time. Now you're hearing certain situations where somebody played and they started and they got playing time and they want to transfer. And it's like, dude, whether you get along with the coach or not, you're starting. I don't get it. Like, what are you so mad about? It's different if you started and the team was terrible and you don't like there's a bunch of variables involved, but it's just like, what the hell else are y'all looking for? You know what I mean? What are you looking for at this point? When you go somewhere one semester and the next semester you go somewhere. So it's going to have to get to a point where, damn email, sorry people. It's going to get to a point where they're just going to have to limit the transfers and say, hey, look, you chose to go to this school, you got to stay here for the whole year. The other thing with Colorado, where you had the people leaving before the spring game. Now, I heard the one receiver left after he balled out on ESPN on the spring game. I don't agree with it, but I at least agree with the fact that he played it smart. Let me showcase the whole country my talent, and now let me jump in the transfer portal. You see what I'm saying? If you're going to do it like that. So then now you ball out, and then it's like, I wasn't feeling what was going on during spring practice, so now I can go somewhere else. But don't quit on the team beforehand, because that doesn't look good on you. Because other coaches going to look at it like, okay, so what happens if, I do something to make him mad and he quits on me? And eventually it's going to get to that point where some of these kids who enter the transfer, because there has been kids who have left in the transfer portal, or have been left in the transfer portal. And if you're looking for playing time and you're looking for a certain thing, maybe you should transfer to a MAC school, a Sun Belt school, a non-Power 5 school where you get that small Division I feel, a D1 AA school, even a D2 school. But this hop, skip, jump, backflip, if I don't get my ass kissed every second of every day, it's not how the real world works. And a lot of y'all going to lose eligibility, and y'all going to waste a lot of time doing this, and y'all going to look up at 30 years old and be like, damn, I wish I would have just played ball and enjoyed the time. Right there, I got Coach Prime up. My next video, guys, I'm going to talk about how Coach Prime is bringing money to everybody, even his haters. He done created money for people on YouTube, news writing people, all type of media. So the Coach Prime effect is real. And I ain't even the biggest fan of Coach Prime, but I be sitting there looking like, damn. There go that email again. Damn, all these people is making money off of just talking about him. Peace, I'm out.